Hello dear students of 10th standard. I have taken one question paper as a model to solve some of the MCQ type of questions. Let us have a discussion over these kinds of concepts which may appear frequently in the annual exam also. Now for the first question, the following are the different chemical reactions. You have to find the thermite process among these. In all these questions, iron Fe is given common. But you should know that thermite process is a displacement reaction where a highly reactive metal like aluminium displaces the iron from its oxide. And here aluminium is used in the option B. So Fe2O3 plus 2Al gives 2Fe plus Al2O3. That is the correct option here. And you might be knowing that thermite process has an application in joining of the railway tracks, where the rails are joined by adding the iron, molten iron into the cracks. How the molten iron is set into the cracks properly? That is by using a process called thermite process, and there will be a specialized device where iron oxide and aluminium powder are taken. They are heated to such an extent that they undergo chemical reaction, and aluminium displaces the iron from iron oxide, and that iron will be in the molten form. As being heavier, it settles at the bottom, that is into the cracks of the railway tracks. There it joins the rails. So this will lead to the less number of joints in the railway tracks. It also helps to increase the speed of the rail and also helps to lower the sound created by the train while moving, lowers the sound pollution. So there are so many other applications, but the thermite process is used mainly to join the cracks in the railway tracks, and also some engines which use the steel as the main component. Second one, in rainy season the stomata of the plant appears like this. In rainy season, as there is much water in the environment and humidity in the environment, it triggers a movement, or the movement of the guard cells. The guard cells absorb so much water that they will bend in such a way that the stomatal pore gets opened completely. C is the correct answer. And throughout the day and night, the stomata appears to be open during the rainy season in much of the plants. And even in the night, the stomatal pore, though it will be little lesser than the daytime, it will be open. Unlike the summer, where the stomata will be closed in the night, and in the daytime it will be opened to facilitate the transpiration and also to facilitate the exit of the photosynthesis wastes like water vapor and oxygen gas to go out of the plant. Now C is the correct answer for the size of the stomata which appears to be in the rainy season. Now third question is, 12 volt battery is connected to a resistor to which the 2.5 milliampere of electric current is passed. Then find the value of the resistance of the resistor. This problem, to find the resistance if the I and V values are given, then we have to take the Ohm's law. Ohm's law is applied here. V is equal to I into R. The given values are given here. I, that is the electrical current, is 2.5 milliampere. That means 2.5 divided by 1000 ampere, because 1 ampere is equal to 1000 milliamperes. Now voltage is equal to 12 volt. You have to find the resistance. As per the Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R, R is equal to V by I. V is 12 volt, I is 2.5 divided by 1000. So we have taken 1000 as the numerator, 2.5 as the denominator. Now 1200 divided by 25 it becomes. And then if we calculate, we will get 48 as the answer in terms of ohms. If the values are given directly in terms of amperes, you need not convert this. If it is in terms of smaller units like milliampere, you have to see the relation between the ampere and the milliampere and then convert the values and then substitute the values in the Ohm's law. That is the way how can you solve this kind of questions. For the third question, B, 48 ohm is the correct answer. Now, fourth question is 2FeSO4 gives 2Fe2O3 plus dash and dash. The products will be SO2 and SO3. C is the correct answer. But 2Fe2O3 is wrong. The equation must be like this. 2FeSO4 on heating should give Fe2O3 plus SO2 plus SO3. SO2 is sulfur dioxide, SO3 is sulfur trioxide, both are gases. Fe2O3 is nothing but ferric oxide because Fe has plus 3 charge. FeSO4 is nothing but the ferrous sulfate because it has got plus 2 as the charge. And this chemical process is chemical decomposition, where FeSO4 being a single reactant breaks into 3 products. It comes under chemical decomposition and it is under thermal decomposition because we need to supply heat energy. So this is a thermal decomposition. And to remind you, chemical decomposition is classified into 3 categories. One is thermal decomposition, second one is photochemical decomposition, and another one is electrochemical decomposition or dissociation. Now let us take the fifth question. Which materials among these is a biodegradable substance? The first choice is thermocol. Thermocol, as you know, it is non-biodegradable and it is even banned nowadays. Only if it is necessary, it is used as a packaging product. Next, glass is also a non-biodegradable. Plastic is also non-biodegradable. The dung or cow dung, it is biodegradable. It creates a manure. And cow dung is also used in the production of biogas, as you know. And the byproduct will be the natural compost. Now, among these materials, the plastic and thermocol are very highly polluting products because when you burn them, they will create air pollution. When you dump them, they will create land pollution, and even if they are taken away, washed away by the water current, they will block the water from flowing and create the water pollution also. Now let us move to chloralkali process. In chloralkali process, the gas liberated in anode is dash. Let us remind you, hydrogen and chlorine are the products of chloralkali process. Hydrogen being electropositive, as you know, it is similar to metals. H plus ion is formed. Chlorine forms Cl minus ion. Anode being positive electrode, it will attract definitely the chlorine gas. So the answer is chlorine. And the hydrogen will be released in the cathode. Seventh question, let us move. The hormone which regulates the sugar level in the blood is insulin. Insulin is the correct answer. Let us see the other options. Adrenaline. Adrenaline is called as the hormone which is released in the emergency situation. Due to adrenaline, the heartbeat, blood pressure, these will rise and produce enough oxygen and enough energy to tackle with the emergency situations. By producing more energy and by getting more oxygen, by increasing the breathing rate also at the same time, it will help the body to have more muscular movements. The more supply of oxygen to the muscles will lead to more energy production and muscles will be very active. So the person will be able to run away from the danger. So adrenaline helps to tackle the emergency situation. Testosterone, let us see. Testosterone is produced in the testis. Testis is the male reproductive organ and it is a gland. And testosterone is the male sex hormone. And this hormone is reason for the maleness of the boys. And it will create the puberty. It helps to produce the sperms from the testis also. So the correct answer is insulin, which is released from the pancreas. Now, eighth question let us take. Which reaction is an example for redox process? As per your textbook, gaining of oxygen is oxidation. So the first option Cu plus O2 gives CuO is oxidation. Pb plus CuCl2 where Cu loses the chlorine. So losing negative ion is also reduction. Gaining negative ion is oxidation. As per this B, Pb is getting oxidized to PbCl2 and CuCl2 is losing the chlorine and becoming Cu. And B option can be the example for redox process. C option let us see, MnO2 plus HCl. Here MnO2 loses oxygen and gains chlorine. And hydrogen loses chlorine and gains oxygen. And chlorine loses hydrogen and becomes chlorine gas. Losing hydrogen, that is positive ion, is oxidation. So chlorine is getting oxidized and the other products are getting reduced. So C is also a redox process. Come to D option, PbNO3 twice becomes PbO plus NO2 plus O2. So oxygen is formed, means removed from Pb, that is oxygen removal is reduction. So as per this textbook is concerned, in your textbook MnO2 plus HCl is a clear example for redox process. But students, as per the latest definition is concerned, losing and gaining of electrons is the criteria for redox process. So gaining electrons is the oxidation and losing electrons is the reduction. And in every reaction, to gain the electron or even to gain the oxygen, there should be another compound which should lose them. So every reaction is a redox process only. But here you can choose clearly the options C or B. As per this options are concerned, even the question appears to be wrong, and you can take both B and C as the clear examples for redox process as per your textbook's concept is concerned. Okay, do well in the exams, solve more and more questions from the different question papers, and get the knowledge as much as possible to score very nicely. Best of luck.